Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf and welcome back to Victoria 3. Welcome back in 1861 with our Russian Empire currently still under the leadership of Tsar Nikolai Romanov. And yeah, welcome back for me personally after a long production and vacation pause. I pre-produced plenty before I went on vacation. Now it's been almost 4 weeks since I continued with this very one. So yeah, forgive me if I'm forgetting something, but I'll try to do my best to keep our Russian Empire growing. But yeah, as far as I remember, it has been pretty hard so far. Way harder than I expected it to be, since a lot of things are like not absolutely positive so far. But we're also playing with house rules and tons of mods, of course. Descriptions you find down in the video description. If you want to add some ideas for house rules and so forth or anything, you're very much welcome to do that. Let me just know. And yeah, before we get into the game, of course, if you haven't yet and you're here for the first time, it would be simply fantastic if you leave me a like and subscription. Yeah, this channel would be amazing if we keep on growing a bit. It motivates me a lot. At 500 subs, I'm even getting a better microphone sponsored by my wife. And of course, in the future, I would like to even spend more time on production on this very yeah, channel. So I need your support, I need your likes and so forth. So thank you so much for that. Coming back to our current situation in 1861, just recently we were fighting a hard war with the Qing after they were in their with civil war with the yeah, the Heavenly Kingdom in the south. They unfortunately won pretty quickly, and then we got under a lot of pressure. So Qing proved to be way stronger than expected with their, wow, I mean 700 regiments. Or yeah, versus around 250. So yeah, our army is actually too weak right now. Something we have to work on. Why the hell? What? The Brits also have a 360-man battalion. Oh my god, we have to increase that since it was tougher than expected. Somehow we managed to, after landing in Beijing, we managed to push through some concessions. So we got armor, basically, plus here I think Kyrgyzia, and I forgot if there were some corrections over here. We do still have some claims here, so definitely we have to come back at some point. Best case, I mean, we can also apparently do it also with the weren't there like decisions? Maybe I've lost it after. Weren't there some buttons to hit somewhere? Maybe I lost it because I attacked and instead of hitting those buttons. Wasn't there something with Persia? I thought there was something too for these certain treaties that we could do. Well, we have to have a look at this. But most importantly, of course, since we started in the spheres of influence, the main thing that has been going absolutely wrong is the Great Game, since I never played it before and we're still suffering, and basically we have 30 years left until Britain will win, basically to their occupation of Persia, and they are still a protectorate, so we'll try everything we can do, but our first attempt to get rid of that failed spectacularly, and actually Asia, they grew here massively into Afghanistan also. So yeah, we gotta act on this at some point. We've got 30 years left, maybe a little bit more, because I'm hopeful that the Caucasian War is over after this turmoil here is done, and then I hope that with the victory here in the Caucasian War, we should get some points into some direction. Afghan isn't out there anymore, and then yeah, we have to see how we're gonna handle that. I mean, the main action would be probably, because it's measured by GDP, right? Gross domestic product of Persia or Central Asia. So since Persia is pretty big, I guess, with 13 million GDP, that's a big one. We have to press them through at some point if we don't want to lose that one. Yep, so much about the foreplay at the moment. What else is to do? Of course, we're doing our historical or economical build up. We're getting ready for the future, and then we just have to see, because of course we have our house rules, so we're staying very authoritarian right now. We're not changing too much. Well, over here, resettlement. Hopefully pushing that through soon, since we didn't actually integrate here our colonies, so we hope to get some more Russians in here, and then we'll start incorporating at some point. Yeah, and then of course our finances, which is happily sponsored right now by the Chinese with their war reparations of 30k. Yeah. Not everything is super easy right now, but hopefully we will get it done. Let's have a look. Across the sea. Ways of chartered refugee vessels and merchant craft. We don't. This one have been deportees from Circassia. Yeah, another wave. They're going to Turkey, right? Yeah, let's permit the foreign aid. That's fine. By the way, that's also interesting that the French took their holding in here. Bulgaria is still our protectorate, right? Shall we maybe make them our... No, to be honest, I would like rather focus here on Central Asia to integrate them quicker first. Since, yeah, for the great game, basically. But yeah, we have to see over there. Okay, then what do we see over here? Anhalt Protectorate, we're not gonna get involved here. Mecklenburg, okay. The clash of the German states is probably also going to happen soon. But at the moment, I definitely don't want to get involved. Finland wants higher authority. And you get... Maybe we do accept you from service for the moment. But more is not possible. Bulgaria will wait. Market access, I hope we did already something on this. And whom can we invite? Sikkim, Bhutan, Darfur, and the Quasi-Meat state. Yeah, but this is... Nah, not really. Doesn't make too much sense for us right now. And I think with this being said, let's get going. And I'm excited to be back. What are we building actually in terms of... Okay, still, okay, there is... Oh yeah, we have been already planning at least a couple of more barracks. Since the financial situation isn't easy, maybe I would like to prioritize these gold mines. But as you see, we're definitely building up our resource industry, our rural, not resource, our mines and so forth, urban montane industry, all alongside, of course, wood. Not too much steel already, okay. But I would really like to get this through first before we do anything else. Mecklenburg would like to give us foreign investment rights. The pool, yes, going down, that's good, but I'd rather see them in Western Russia first, to be honest. Before anything else happens. Is there anything actually that we could privatize? Not the armament industries, but yeah, coal mines. On the long term, of course, I would like to see a strong private sector. I mean, it's not too strong, not like we're not going to liberal capitalism, I think. I mean, depending a bit what the future brings. I think we should also go up 4 at the moment as long as we can. So what are our next steps? No, ethics of exploitation. Yeah, let's get the colonial resettlement in first. Government's attempt to pass the colonial resettlement law has brought the ethics of colonialism to the forefront of public debate. We have no right to interfere, control, or exploit. They saw we bring civilization, we bring misery and oppression, we rig the entire social economic structures of the colonies to serve our selfish needs. Oh, come on, don't be so critical. So what do we... let's rather, yeah, lower the chances that it gets worse. Oh, nice. This will help us. The others want racial segregation. Wow, Intelligentsia being really mad already. Alongside the rural folk as well, interesting. I also forgot that we had these kind of problems. Tibetan uprising. Since we have to rather consolidate our finances and we saw how difficult this is going to be, let's rather not. But interesting, now we see a lot of uprising. Apparently the wars have definitely... Yeah, shaken at least the Chinese. But I really don't want to interfere right now, despite these seem to be not too bad opportunities. Now let's see if maybe the Brits or somebody are getting in. Across the sea again. Come on. Let them have that. How much more turmoil do we have to wait for until this finally stops? Almost there, almost there. These events have gotten a little bit repetitive. What are they doing? Oh, interesting. Railways, nitroglycerin. Yeah, okay, looks like we're definitely going towards modernization here, and also already for the army. I think that wasn't too stupid. Oh, wow. And that's a real big one. However, of course, once again, since we know our strength and our weaknesses at the moment, And our army hasn't been as strong as expected. We'll need to reinforce this first before we can even think about facing the Brits. As long as there's no major international commitment. Balsky Flood. Kamchatka forces over here. Okay, you need somebody. Sorry guys, I had the feeling the music is pretty quiet for me, but I guess it was just some volume setup. Yeah, I mean, also China here with Siam, so we shouldn't forget about this one. It's kind of the first time, only times I saw something like this by China. What can we do over here? The crooked connections. Frustrated with the lengthy legal process surrounding colonial resettlement, Pavel Nakhimov of the armed forces has approached us with an offer to expedite the process, utilizing his personal connections within the state apparatus. No, because I don't want the real folk to even get more angry. And we kind of... I mean, of course they want, in the end, serfdom to be abolished. And of course I'd love to, but according to our house, we're definitely gonna wait for Alexander for this. Since, yes, he wouldn't have never done this, Nikolai. And we have here not a... Still have the situation of... Wow. Of very state monarch focused situation. Alright, now it's getting a little bit more interesting. Wow, and they have all the strength, this aristocratic revolt. Are we even getting a lot of payments still? We have the truce anyway, so apparently we can't get involved. That's really annoying, since... This would have been really helpful, of course, but can we? No, we can't. From an uprising, we can't ask for... No, we cannot for anything. Come on, this event again. Here, down here. Definitely not. Not getting involved in this Indian uprising, and also over here, if we can't even... We're gonna declare neutrality and then we shall see. I mean, how long is the truce actually going? Until September 63. So let's see if we can at some point capitalize on this. Oh yeah, what's that? This one, is this new? Our ambitions of becoming a Pacific naval power and our colonial agenda in Central Asia require that we resolve our long-standing border disputes with Great Qing in a manner favorable to Russia. Raise claims on Primorje. I guess this just works right now since they're so damaged. That might be, and I think this was the one I was talking about. And also here we could press these things. Let's have a quick look. Primorje is where? Why was it South China? That's really confusing right now. Location finder, Primorje. From... Okay. Primorje, sorry guys. Oh, so basically, Outer Manchuria is Primorje. Okay, okay. And the others are... Question is which we can... Shugugak, which is South China, or... Simirech and Alcomolinks, that's the Kirghizian, right? I can't find it. I think, to be honest, Outer Manchuria is more important anyway, so let's... I don't know, maybe we can press both. Do we have any infamy right now going on? No, not to worry too much about. So let's press the claims on Primorje, let's see. And amazing, we're getting it immediately. There must, with our present leverage over the Qing government, we have proposed a treaty to draw a formal border in Manchuria, formally transferring Primoria to Russia. Open the territories to greater settlement. There must be no delay in the expansion of our ports. Okay, come on, port building. No, we're getting this with more migration. It's good to bring Russians over here to Vladivostok. And, I mean... Then let's also hit the button for this one. Issue the Chugogak protocol. We have begun to negotiate with representatives of Great Qing. In order to define a border between our nations in the West, there's much opportunity for territorial games in the Central Asian region. It's our imperative to ensure that the lands of Kyrgyz and Kazakhs, those loyal subjects of Russia, are united under a nation which is capable of providing security from the present state of banditry and petty theft within the region. Altai and Ili. So Altai. And the problem is they don't control too much right now, I guess. Yeah, so the uprising is just... Oh, damn. Maybe then it wasn't so smart. Then we have to come back for this at some point. Well, let's hit this right now. Maybe we're getting Altai right now. And we have to get Ili at a different point, another point. Well, maybe this was not, again, too super smart, but we have to wait. Let's see. Maybe with a little bit of luck, they can actually defend themselves when the Great Qing are in the fight against these over here. And Tibet got, oh my god, also part a dominion of the Brits. How are you kidding me? How did this happen? Maybe early already. And this has to be a tough fight over here. Actually, it's an aristocratic revolt we have facing here, not even from Indians. He's actually a British man from the East India Company, essentially, that's fighting for independence or something. Khiva has refused to mandate enact. Okay, yeah, well. Too bad for them. Let's give them at least, let's try if they can do aggression. And there we go, the Caucasian War is done. Wait, is there Persian border? Okay, what's happening? Is there... No, there's nothing around, only it went to something else. So this has happened already. And yeah, we jumped a couple of points up here, that's great. Since we have the victory in the Caucasian War now. Which also from our house rule allows us now to get actually more involved here down here in the south. And the grassroots support for the law, yeah, I mean the armed forces are our friends. I definitely go for it. Some more greater chance of enacting it, that's amazing. Boah. This, however, is still critical. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how we're gonna act in relation to the new Chinese government if they win this very war, since they seem to. The original Qings are pretty weak right now. Can they actually win versus the Kazakhs? They have no troops at all. Is this still happening? I thought it's over. Secure influence over Persia. Yeah, I mean... We have absolutely none right now. And yeah, we see that the Qing are not paying too much anymore, which is very sad. 8th Russian army. Manchuria, come on to the Kamchatka force. It's the Chinese forces we're taking over. Well, but here actually it's Primoria or Outer Manchuria is a pretty good area as far as I remember, since they have here, yeah, the Golden Horn base, so more port. That's obviously nice. They have coal, they have a couple of resources. Well, actually not that plentiful, but at least something. Actually, let's get them out and also do a couple of ports here. I think maybe also constructions out here. And we do finally have railways. The revolution, okay. For racial segregation. So, they're coming from the Poles. Wow. This should be absolutely... And we have a Mongol secession also ongoing, okay. Wow. It's time of the revolutions. We definitely have to change something, but let's first finish this one. Railways, because we had a problem with some really low market access, right? That's why we're getting them. Alamo, Yakutsk. Yakutsk is already... Okay, that's the transit in the end, but yeah, we have to start to build them anyways. Dagestan. North Caucasus. Vitebsk. I mean, they have even priority, actually. Chelyabinsk. And... Primoria. I mean, Primoria is out there, that's obvious, but we can prioritize maybe some of their harbors. Let's build our first railways. We have to import, I guess, the motors for them first, but let's do it. And then it will help us a lot over time. But I'm a little bit worried. I mean, this actually, the revolution here is pretty small with 9%. I feel like we can prevent this from happening, remembering our Mexico experience from last time. This then must be absolutely punished. I mean, definitely, this is not acceptable what they're doing. Why is everybody so anti right now? And there we go. Here in Altai, that's the secession. Yeah, come on, this is hilarious. You can even do this with, yeah, this tiniest Kamchatka force. Just send them here. As long as they seem to have no army at all, so who cares? Well, it's really crazy to see Asia here on fire. Oh, field works that will help us at least in the defensive case. And yeah, we have to do something about our relations. We just have a rivalry with the Brits, right? And the States actually, but with the French I don't want to, no. French are also pretty weak, to be honest. I feel like the Prussians are going to have an easy time here, over here. I think everybody's just weak in comparison to the Brits, that's the problem. Another big question is going to be, oh, okay. And it's the same thing again that they tried before. I think like this transfer Johore, I remember we had this exactly this going on before. I mean, I mean, they're having now this huge ass revolt going on and having troops committed in India. Is there a chance that we might... Is this maybe the comeback time for us? Come on, why don't you give us... it's so annoying. Why I don't know, revoke claim on Pashtunistan. That's what they would accept, but not the liberate subject Persia, right? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? I would rather work together with the French than transfer subject Persia is not possible anyways. Oh, it is. Did they already use it from a protectorate to... No. Eh? That's new to me. Maybe there was a hotfix in between. Maybe this is a new option that came in since... Where can I actually not... because we're still in this one. And this is keeps on happening? Okay, let's... Or the deportations will be hidden. That's what you do. What? And they back down? I didn't even see what the Brits were asking for, but... Come on, AI. Sometimes... And the Mongolian uprising was growing, okay. Because there was also an uprising in China, okay, that's good to know. Interesting, interesting. This will result here in a very weird situation, I think. This uprising here in India, come on, but like, what was the French, were the French thinking? And we do have to support, in this case, the Qing, because it's their own uprising, okay. So we're working together, actually. Now the situation is Jin. Let's see, with our 1 battalion here of that is not really on strength right now, it's gonna be strong. So yeah, if guys, maybe you can let me know when you can click a couple of minutes back to see what the French actually wanted to do. Wow, by the way, Egypt is also pretty rough around with expanding southwards into Ethiopia, that's a pretty big one. I mean, they are a protectorate, right? Wow, good to know. Totally forgot about Egypt, our other influence here in the Middle East. At least we have something going on. The revolution has already, okay, ceased to exist. Right? Yeah, it's over. It was too weak. That's good to see. Mongolia is down, so things are easier than expected. I mean, with all this infighting, they will also suffer, I guess, economically, and for next uprising, even if the aristocrats here will prevail, but because we need still, apparently still Illy to get this done. Oh, this will help us 15 points in the great game also. Come on, France, what have you been doing? What are you doing right now? And they don't like us. Did they? Oh yeah. Captivating speech, more interest group for the armed forces, always great, I guess, for us. Right, I'm really excited to see our first railways in action. Maybe we'll, at some point, we should definitely also... Yeah, okay, Moscow, of course, we taps we're going anyways, right? Let's build the Moscow-St. Petersburg connection. And also to Vitebsk. I think we even have some... Nope, I thought there was something out like infrastructure programs. Corporate charters. Oh, nice. We're getting... Actually, we don't have a single company out there right now. Wow. What's the best one for us? The Motors Consortium? Nah, I doubt it. I mean, they are quite productive. Russian metalwork, Russian forestry. I think we have to almost do this too, since we of course built a lot of stuff, and with the logging camps this was yeah. Russian forestry guild is the first thing to do for us. Or the new Russia company. That I think this will be the next one. But let's start off with the Russian forestry guild. Are they building up something? I hope so over time. The electrics are spreading also great. Actually, we're quite in a bureaucracy situation where we could increase, but now we don't have enough. Man in demand. We have an obligation of Sweden. No, they have an obligation from us. What for, actually? Didn't we... Are they in a power group? They are already... Yeah, that's why they got this. They may have him, I guess. What is... come on, he's not even good. Great. They can have him, absolutely. Of course, we need to find somebody new for these guys. And open terrain commander. Universal suffrage, for sure, yeah. Actually, we can ban you already, I think. Who's he? Yaroslav Dabrowski, I have never heard of him. He is Polish, okay? Yeah, then let's exile him as definitely. We don't need anybody promoting universal suffrage here in a Tsaristic Russia, for sure not. What else? We have a diplomatic play here in northern Germany, Sachsen-Coburg-Gotha, yeah, who cares? I mean, and what? Huh? I'm so confused, guys, what the... Now the French want to liberate India, basically, okay, versus the East India Company, but I mean the Brits will get in, right? So this one is over, this uprising. Then we've got, they want to go for Mango now. Okay, I couldn't care less about that one. Why is the Dutch East Indies actually so brown? Blue? Dutch East Indies are Protectorate of Netherlands. Okay, but still don't understand why this color then. Because just Protectorate instead of Dominion, I guess. Wow, so again, Asia keeps on being on fire. Here this Qing should be reunited soon, but what are the French doing over here? I mean, of course we're gonna try to help them, but if they're gonna surrender the minute then the UK get in, I have no idea how it's going to work. Dabrowski's flight. Oh wow. Captain Yaroslav Dabrowski, a former artillery officer arrested for sedition, has escaped detainment in Siberia. His captors believe he's fleeing south. Is it truly patriotic to oppose the tyrant who dictates a beloved homeland, or is it only self-indulgent treason? A fine question that ought to be answered if only there were time to stop and rest. South, somewhere anywhere south of Moscow would be the time. Right now the Tsar's hounds were in the way. Okay, there is actually a story about him. I should maybe read, the more I think about it, Yaroslav Dabrowski sounds kind of familiar. I'm really sorry to my Polish observers or Russians that have never, I can't really put him into context right now. If you want to, of course, let me know. He's... still harsher prison. I don't know if he's still around now or not. We exiled him, probably it's... was a little bit late, and we have the supporting the British workers. We will support the workers in Great Britain, boosting the power of the trade unions. Why this would be ill-advised. Definitely, I mean, this is good for us, right? And we don't want them to be strong. Hell no. So much about this. We're in the new year of 63. I think it's a very good point for us to stop this very episode. I'm trying to control actually what the French lost in there when they gave in to the Brits, because this is my biggest worry. Apart from this, again, I'm so happy to be back with our recording. Everything is like on fire again. This is a crazy game so far. I was talking about crazy, and then looking over here where basically Brazil got mod. Wow, divided by Peru and River Plate. I don't know if I've ever seen a Victoria game where the AI goes that wild. Oh yeah, we have the CSA, of course, I totally forgot about that one. That survived, apparently. So, is there actually claims for the yes on the south now? Or yeah, they are. Okay, they can always come back. Still, sick stuff going on in this very game. I hope you also still like it, and of course thank you for watching, by the way, in the time when I was gone, and for the comments. I will keep on answering this. I think this goes on basically mostly to Creeper, my most loyal Victoria observer. However, this was so far stressing, and if I didn't find the time yet, I rather produced. I hope this is in your own interest, but yeah, I'll come back at you. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, if you haven't yet, it would be fantastic if you leave me a like and subscription, as I said in the beginning. And of course, let me know then in the comments what you think. How should we try to make use of this thick world? How can we get Prussia out of Britain's greedy fingers? How we're gonna get Illy? Because maybe I should have waited with pressing the button. At the same time, I'm not sure. Probably that you can only press it once the Qing are weak. Well, it is what it is. Let me know in the comments what you think, and then see you next time in the next episode by your Strategy Wolf.